Once again, we're at Fall Media Day 2013, sitting down with head women's volleyball coach Nedra Brown and her players Ashley Foreman and Leslie Ekpe. Coach Brown, if you can give us a season preview going into the year?
Season preview going into the year, scheduling or personnel?
Just personnel and scheduling.
Okay, we'll talk about scheduling first. We'll start off on August 29th. We're going to Purdue University and we're going to play in their tournament. In that tournament, we'll play against USC, Western Kentucky, and Purdue, of course. So that's going to be a tough tournament for us starting off, of course. And after that, we'll go down to Charleston, South Carolina, head down to Memphis, Tennessee, and we'll wrap our tournament play up in Missouri with Missouri State University. So that's talking about the schedule. And as far as personnel, we have 4 freshmen and 1 newcomer in right now. We have a host of sophomores that are ready to play, and we have 2 seniors that's definitely focused and ready to go out and do a great job this year.
Coach, who do you think is going to be your vocal leader on the court this year?
Well, we have 12 vocal leaders because really, to be honest, in the sport of volleyball, everyone has to communicate. So as far as vocal leaders, that's going to be everybody's responsibility. But if you're talking about leading as far as with play, leading as far as with just outright leadership abilities and running the floor for us on and off the court, of course, we have the 2 seniors here, Leslie Ekpe and Ashley Foreman. They're going to do a great job with that. But what we've done this year also, we've named some ambassadors for our program, and they're going to help us in that aspect. Robin Hancock and our freshman Ashandria McNeil. So we're going to let everybody take accountability, and everybody's going to basically run the program, and everybody's going to do a great job.
Now, Coach, you've worn many hats previously. Now you only have 1 hat on the hill. What do you think that will impact this season?
Basically, it's going to open us wide up. We're going to be ready to go. We're going to be ready to do a number of things that we had not been able to do in the past. We've already talked about that this past spring, and we're continuously talking about it over the summer. Leslie was here this summer along with Kiana Sales, and every chance I got, I talked to them about me not having to do other jobs on campus. So we're going to be ready to go out into the community, expand on community service, get more into high schools, middle schools, elementary schools. We're going to have an opportunity to really focus on academics, making sure that everybody's being successful in the classroom. We're going to have an opportunity to just go out and promote the program more, get more visible. So those are some things that I couldn't do because I had to make sure that softball was okay, and we've actually hired a great softball coach, Coach Hall. So I think that me not wearing several hats is really going to expand our program to an even bigger level.
Coach, obviously you got the whistle around your neck. You just came from practice, so that obviously already shows you have more time to dedicate to the volleyball program.
Exactly.
This question is for the players sitting to your right and left. Ladies, just give us your expectations of the year.
My expectations for this season is for everybody to just go out and work hard. If we all just play our roles on the team the way that we know how, I have no doubt in my mind that we'll be successful no matter who we're playing in the Purdue tournament, against Memphis, anybody we're playing. If we just play our roles and go out and work hard, I believe that we'll be successful.
Same question, Leslie.
Like Ashley stated, my expectations this year is just to work hard. That's plain and simple. We have many goals ahead of us, but we're working one day at a time. You can't work towards the future without working for right now. So just work hard every day.
Well, Leslie, this question is also for you and Ashley. Talk about the schedule. We know that A&M Volleyball has always played a tough schedule. How is that schedule going to help you guys improve going into the conference?
Well, Coach Brown does a great job at scheduling schools before conference play that can help us get to where we need to be. When we play Purdue, it'll show us where we are and what we need to work forward to before conference play. So she always does a great job with scheduling those games, getting us ready, making sure we know what we need to work on when we play those big teams, so that way come conference we're ready.
Same question, Ashley.
When we play our preseason games, it gets us not only physically ready but mentally ready as well. It puts us in situations where we are ready to play our conference games because we're playing against a higher level of competition. So these preseason games are very helpful, playing at bigger schools and taller players, more athletic. It gets us ready because we go out and compete no matter what and no matter who we're playing.
Ladies, which game are you looking most forward to this season? You have a lot of big games on the schedule. Which one do you think is going to be the most exciting and what you're looking forward to the most?
Let me go first. I don't think it's a question. Anytime we are asked that question, I know I have an answer automatically. It's always Jackson State for us. I don't care if it's here. I don't care if it's in the park. I don't care if it's in the parking lot. It doesn't matter. We're ready, and I think they feel and think the same exact way. So that's why it's always a very, very exciting and competitive atmosphere. It's just like you have 15 to 20 people that just hate each other and just ready to go out and just play to the end. So I know my match is always Jackson State.
Same. That's pretty much it. Jackson State.
Well, it's actually, yes, it's still Jackson State. It's always a level of competition when we play at Jackson State. We're always ready. It's two teams fighting for one thing. So we're always ready for what they have. They just need to be ready for what we have this year.
Girls, with the Purdue tournament looming as your first game, how much has that inspired you to work even harder this summer to be prepared? Has that been something that's, although as big as Jackson State is, just having a test like that coming up early, how much of that has been helped you in preseason?
Well, to be honest, we haven't really even started talking about Purdue yet. We're just really basically focusing on working on our skills and making sure that we're fundamentally sound before we even begin to strategically prepare for Purdue. And we just talked about that in this morning's practice, that things are going to start to speed up now, and we're going to start to do different things and start more 6-on-6 preparation. So I would say by next Monday, we'll start to look at a Purdue or look at a USC and look at Western Kentucky and start to look at those teams. But right now, we just have to focus on getting us ready. If we go too far ahead, then I feel like we're going to miss a fundamental. We're going to miss something. So we're going to stay with us and work on getting the freshmen where they need to be able to step on the court and help us out as best they can, and making sure that our upperclassmen and our seniors are ready to show them what they need to do when we do face bigger teams like this. So, I mean, it hadn't been a big thing in the back of our minds. Like Brandon stated earlier, we've played big teams before. We played UCLA, we played Florida State. So we're pretty familiar with getting ready to go out and face these types of universities.
Explain to me, if you will, the ambassadors' role you just talked about a few minutes ago.
You want to
What
explain
is
that?
Yes, okay, so on our team we have two captains, which would be Leslie and I, and also we have two ambassadors, which are Robin Hancock and Ashandra McNeil. And the roles of the ambassadors are to guide the players. If they have any questions, they can go to the ambassadors. If the ambassadors don't know the answers, they can come to us. If we need to find out further information, we can go to our student assistants, Mariah Brown and Mary Carmen. And if they don't know, then we come to Coach Brown, and hopefully by that time we have the answer before we get to Coach Brown. But they're the helpers on the team. If you have any questions, you go to the ambassadors and they should know the answers.
Is it more volleyball related or more life and school related?
It could be actually anything to answer that question. It could be off the court, on the court, family problems, whatever you need. It's just so that we're close together as a family. We're family oriented before it has to blow up into one big problem that we don't need. When you have 12 girls on the team, drama can spark so easily. And so it's just something, the ambassadors are there to control that, whether it be on the court, off the court, just so that it's one less thing Coach Brown has to worry about. It's one less thing the captains have to worry about. So just the ambassadors, it gives them a role of responsibility just so that it's not all on the captain's shoulders. It's not all on Coach Brown's shoulders. the ambassadors, they have this role that they have to step up and be a leader as well. And with that being said, when you're a captain, that doesn't mean you're automatically the leader. You are a captain, and that is your role. So the ambassadors also have a role on the team as well.
Thank you, Coach Brown. But before you go, we're sitting in the beautiful alumni house on the campus of Alabama A&M University. Just talk about this facility here.
When I walked in and she told me to go to my left and then head to my right, I was saying, wow, does it go back that far? And I had no idea that it even extended back this far. And when they came in, I had to tell them that it is a beautiful building and a beautiful home. And I'm actually looking now at trying to say, wow, I need to try to utilize this place more, with recruits and trying to come over and have some orientations and, expose them to this, because this might make them want to give more once they leave, and might make them take more ownership of their program and of their university once they graduate. So I appreciate Dr. Miles for bringing this opportunity up for us to be able to come here and share this experience and share this location with the student athletes. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach Brown, and good luck in the season.
Thank you so much.